guys, how are we going? We are back on Arabia yet again, and this time we have RVK Wrath playing in yellow as the Aztecs, and his opponent will be RVK Orcus playing as green and the Aztecs. So we are up for Aztec War. Those who don't know, Orcus is just an alias, well, another alias for Chris, and people who don't know about the double teaming there, if you're the same color, it essentially means you're playing as the same person. Basically, you can spectate, and you can control their units and things as well. So, essentially they're playing as the same person, but lots of people do it because they want to see how someone plays, how someone reacts to special things, how someone reacts altogether, and just different ways they do, because you can see them firsthand, how they're exploring, how everything's being done. So, as we can tell straight away, by scrolling across here, we can tell that the rush distance is very small, and most of the gold on the map is between these 2 points here. We've got 4 piles right here, stone pile there in the middle. So there's not a lot that either player is going to be able to do. If they end up walling themselves in, they're going to want to wall out as far as possible to try and keep as much of that gold. And if they get walled in by their opponent, say their opponent comes up here, towers over here or something, towers up here on top of this hill, even comes forward with archers. If they can keep them out of this area here, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, because the only other goal that they have, Chris has one down over here, and Wrath has one back here, but they're very easy to harass. So that's going to be their main problem there. However, this section here could be walled off, going to have a big section there though, going to be able to drop a wall there, could probably just drop a palisade down to about there, but still going to be quite hard to do, honestly. So their best bet is to try and take that center area that I was showing before. So let's have a look at the scouting, and we have Wrath right now luring his opponent's boar, and I don't even know if he knows Chris is in this area yet. And here we go, I've just got it on view lock, so I want to see how quick, actually I won't, because then we can't see it properly. Just take that off nice and quickly. And running back now with this boar, this is pretty much a perfect boar steal, honestly. He's taken minimal damage to that eagle warrior, only 14 there. And taking that in, so it means he's gonna have 3 boar, and like I always say, essentially stealing your opponent's boar puts them on minus 340 food, and you on plus 340, so essentially it is a very big difference. And Wrath might want to lure this boar in quickly. Yep, doing the smart thing there. If you lured it in a bit late, there was always a chance that Chris could actually steal it off. And a good lure coming in here, gonna want to get it down as quick as possible. And there we go, boar lured in. Still got quite a bit on that one, but it doesn't really matter because he's stolen it off Chris, and that's the main thing that matters. However, we can see that Wrath is going for a feudal, well, Dark Age rush at this point, not feudal. And Aztecs, of course, it's a very, very common thing to see, especially because they get that 100 gold at the start, which of course they don't have to spend on loom, which definitely helps them out. We do have a wall off coming up for Wrath, though. I'm just going to slow it down quickly, and I'm going to see if Chris actually scouted that barracks. Yes, he did scout that barracks, so he did know it was coming, so that's how he got the wall up so quickly. However, coming around the back here can definitely happen, and it looks like there might even be a hole in there. Yes, got to always be very, very careful when walling, not to leave a hole like that. Holes like that absolutely wreck your defenses. And it looks like he might lose this villager here. One more hit from that eagle warrior, and that villager's down. There we go, and we have a little Dark Age combat here on the hill, and of course we've got Wrath using the top of this hill to the best of his advantage, sitting on these slants here just. But he is taking this by storm. He has not lost a militia yet. Still got 4 there and an extra one coming in there, so making the 4. Or the 5, sorry, I should say. So this Eagle Warrior here is pretty much doomed. I don't think it's going to be able to do a lot. And 2 HP there. If that Eagle Warrior gets caught, it is going down. So we did have a massive amount of bloodshed there for Orcus. Not looking like he's in a good situation. 4 militia to 1 going down. That is not good. And the Eagle Warrior going down as well. So we can see exactly why Chris hasn't got the score lead he should. He probably has the better economy at the moment. Let's just check that quickly. 8 farmer, 6 forager, 10 lumberjacks. What do you have at the moment, Wrath? Come on, 6 shepherds, 2 farmers, 4 foragers, 4 hunters, 7 lumberjacks, 4 miners. So it looks like Wrath could be in the lead there as well. Wrath not going up to feudal age. We don't have Chris going up either. Both players on very low food counts for this stage of the game. Obviously those militia do cost quite a bit of food to get out this early in the game. And honestly, Chris doesn't have a lot he can do right now. If Wrath does exactly what it looks like he's going to do and comes up here and starts harassing this lumber camp, Chris could be in a lot of trouble. And we do have Wrath going up there. Chris not going up yet, going up now with that final call in there. And we do have Wrath coming forward with some villagers as well. Might even be able to population block Chris here, only on 30, 35, so he's going to have to get some more houses up. There we go, before he's going to be able to do anything. Wall off coming across here, a very, very smart play, forcing his opponent to go past the town center there if they want to get into this lumber camp. And he may not have left a hole this time. A very good play there. And we do have a house coming up on the front lines for Wrath. Wrath is behind in score right now, but he definitely has the advantage right now. And there we go, we've got a tower coming up right now for Wrath. If this tower goes up, we could see a lot of trouble for Chris. And there we go, we've got Wrath going up there, going to most likely go up to Man at Arms. I could expect to see that forging upgrade, maybe even seeing the armor upgrades there. And we have a tower going up in defense for this against Wrath. This tower is going to come up, should be able to range out this tower over here. If you pay attention, these two houses here going to go down extremely quickly. This villager here not paying attention by the look of it, most likely going to go down. Haven't seen forging or any attack upgrades there. What can we see from Chris? Chris not doing anything, doing a small wall off across here. And it looks like that Chris might be in a lot of trouble here, especially if this tower goes down. We do know that Man at Arms get that +1 attack bonus. I think it's +1. Either way, they do get that plus attack bonus versus buildings. So if Chris doesn't do anything quick enough, he's going to lose this tower. And I'm just going to speed this up because there's not a lot going on right now. But we do have a villager Man-at-Arms combat here, doing the smart thing, doing the damage with the villagers where he can, and then garrisoning them in the town center. Not the town center, the tower, sorry. Very smart play there. This villager here, sitting here, not doing anything at all. Looks like this, yep, being picked off by that archer. And Chris is in a real spot of trouble right now. What else do we have out for Wrath? Wrath doesn't have anything out. It looks like he's going all in with this attack. Could see another tower. Not going to say we won't, but no stone has been gathered extra for Wrath, so not going to see that. But we do have stone wall coming up around here, and walling himself into this section here. Very smart plan. Still keeping these two towers up here, so this lumber area here over here is quite defended. Going to be able to do quite a bit there. We do have 3 archers on the field now, and going to need a lot more towers, honestly, for Chris if he wants to stay in this. And Wrath is currently under in score. Currently under by about 30 points. Could be due to the fact that he doesn't have as good economy. He has gone extremely forward in this. His archer ranges are literally in his opponent's base right now, only being defended by this tower. And it doesn't look like Chris has any gold spots to mine from right now. He could be in a lot of trouble if he doesn't find one, especially quickly. What do we have out here? We have 2 outposts down over here, so he wants to know if attacks coming in from this section over here. On stone, so he is going up with even more towers. We do have a second outpost coming up for Wrath right now. And the score's just going back and forth at this point. There's not a lot that they can do. You can see that Chris is quite lower on food, no gold whatsoever. Has quite a bit of wood there, so could go for a market, could choose to put that up. This tower might come up just in time, and Wrath not going up. Next to no resources there for him, but he does have some gold, and he does have gold income there. And most likely is spending that on these archers here. We have 3 towers up in this section here, 1 up over here. Could lose this villager here if he's not careful. Just getting out of there. All those villagers remaining unharmed. Blacksmith coming up here, so we could even see Wrath go up to the next age and just bring out some rams and start doing some real damage to his opponent. At this stage, these towers will keep these just resource pockets safe. But the question is for how long. Once he can get some rams out, there's going to be a lot of trouble for Chris. And there we go, that house there getting killed off. And these towers here in a bit of a tower war right now. We do have that +1 range on this one here, thanks to that blacksmith. And we do have archer skirmisher mix, so he could come sit in here, try and pick off some of these villagers, but I don't know if he's going to be able to, because there is going to be quite a bit of tower fire coming down on them. So we've got a second tower or not coming up for Chris. This watchtower over here going to be able to pretty much force Chris off this gold mine over here. Wrath still on 1,900, Chris down on 1,800. So it is a very, very close game at this point. These archers here keeping that eagle warrior alive as well. Wrath not going up to castle. Chris not going up to castle. Could be saving up for it though. Wrath doesn't look like he's saving up for it yet either. And we have that tower up there. We have another tower coming up for Chris. Very defensive in this game actually. So at this point, Chris is really going to have to find another place to put his lumber camp up. He has no gold source or income of gold, so he's going to have to either come down here or just sell off this stone. That could be what he's been doing, but I don't see a market anywhere. So he's going to have a lot of trouble going up to the castle age. And it looks like he does have some gold, so he has been doing something. I'll just no market there for him by the looks of it. We do have those 2 outposts still up, and just patrolling around this area here with his army, just trying to get as much harassment in as possible, which you should do when you have the advantage. This village is slowly rebuilding here, and we can see that the point difference still isn't too far. It's only 200 points in it, but I can say that Ras definitely got the lead here. He's putting so much pressure on Chris right now, and there's that market, so he has been able to do it, and only 20 gold there, so we are going to be seeing some units out by the looks of it. Blacksmith up, and we could see a castle advantage very, very quickly. Wrath still not going up. Got that 510 food though. Could be using that to go up. That stone there is being used, and that tower there has been blocked in quite well. And still only 200 points in it, so there's not too much going on. I'm just going to speed it up quickly because at this point we're just pretty much watching Chris try and defend this off. So actually, let's take this moment to look. So what happened is opponent come in with a drush. Come in, use that hill bonus to kill off all of Chris's militia. That is the thing you don't want to happen. If you're on this hill here, just retreat back to the town center, use that time to get your villagers out. Then he put up these tower here, I believe, and these forward archer ranges. Chris, right response, put up some towers in this area here as well. So definitely a great response there from Chris. So what could Chris be doing to stop this? At the moment, he is pretty much banded in by these archers. So the thing he could do, he really needs to get some gold out at the moment. However, this outpost here will keep an eye out for any of Chris's units coming this way, so we'll be able to get some harassment on this gold mine really quickly. So Chris's best option at this point, in my own opinion, if he scouts this gold down over here, is to move to another gold pile and try and get it. The other thing he can do, try and go up to the next stage and get those blacksmith upgrades and start using these towers to outrange his opponent, use these towers to his advantage and try and boom up his economy. That's my opinions on what he could do to get out of this. However, at the moment, he is in a lot of trouble. He's held in a lot. These forward archer range is going to be doing a lot of damage until he goes up. Wrath going up to Castle Age. This is a position you do not want to be in when it comes down to it, because we're just going to see Wrath come in, build probably, I would expect a siege workshop up in this forward area over here, going to be able to take this down and get straight into his base. These towers, of course, not going to do any damage to siege rams, well, just rams at all. But it's going to be very interesting to see what he actually plays out. I would definitely expect some rams to come in. Rams, of course, going to be able to do a lot of damage. All these towers now starting to get some fire on this tower over here. And this force here just continuing to push in, making all these farms useless. And we have Wrath about to go up. Chris not going up either, nearly on the food count though. And there we go, we have Wrath coming up. Are we going to see a siege workshop come up? There we go, siege workshop coming up, obviously going to push in through this section here with rams. And Chris is going up, so he's going to be able to get that advantage. The question is, and he's managed to take out this tower here, so he's doing the right thing. He is slowly getting there. He just needs to push his opponent out of the base at this point. However, Wrath is up by 700 points at this stage. Got the crossbow upgrade, got the bodkin arrow upgrade, so he's going to be able to do a lot of damage at this stage. These skirmishes as well with that attack upgrade from bodkin. And are we going to see a... well, there's already a ram there, going in for a second ram. Chris, obviously, his best job at this point, probably hide out in these towers here, get a siege workshop of his own up, and try and get some mangonels out to counteract these. Using these villagers to kill it off like this, and ungarrison that was very well played by Wrath there, actually garrisoning those crossbows. So once he gets in nice and close to the towers like this, he can kind of just ungarrison. 4 rams out for Wrath right now, 500 points up. This is pretty much over for Chris. Unless he can get that siege workshop up, get some mangonels out, even go for some eagle warriors because he knows his opponent is going crossbows. So if he gets some eagle warriors out, he could definitely have a chance. But the question is, he's got no room to move at all. This area here is pretty much hardened in by this tower. This section over here is all taken very seriously, and remember, Wrath is losing quite a few rams here, and rams, of course, are extremely expensive to get up. Another tower coming up here, going to be able to start picking off these archer ranges. However, we are going to see quite a few crossbows coming out of them. We have a mangonel out. They're going to be able to do insane amounts of damage to these grouped up villages. However, these towers are outranging. Hasn't got the bodkin arrow upgrade yet, so it means he's not going to be able to outrange these towers put up by Wrath yet, but he's definitely headed in the right direction, so he's going to be able to hold out right now. And we can see that Chris has done a good thing, come up here, tried to get a new lumber camp up, but these archers here just going to be able to sit at the bottom of this tower here, just like this, and just sit there and snipe up as many villagers as they feel free to. That's why it's always a good idea to put towers up like this next to each other. And we have 2 mangonels here from Wrath, pretty much just pushing in, doing damage here. Might even population block Chris. Chris actually at this point only on 29 population, Wrath on 82, so you can see exactly where the score difference is coming from there. At this point, like I said, it's good game for Chris at this point. He's walled in too much, doesn't have enough damage that he can do, and at this point, like I said, his only real option is to hide behind these towers and try and get some siege out. These mangonels, of course, going to be extremely effective versus these groups of archers. And here we go, just losing it there by the looks of it, and there is a gold mine down here. I still believe Chris has not seen that. No, he has not. So Chris is pretty much completely goalless, using the market here as his only gold source. This tower over here staying up for a remarkably long time. Have a mining camp coming up here. These mangonels, of course, taking out this town center, and I have a feeling this town center is going to go down. There's not a lot he can do about it. This house may go down as well. And these gold miners here could be in a lot of trouble if this mangonels decide to come through. We have a siege workshop going up there finally, so going to be able to get that mangonel out and do that damage. We have crossbows on this side here, just continuing to get that harassment. And it looks like this town center is going to go down. There's not really going to be much he can do about it. However, if he can get a mangonel out, he will be able to counter these mangonels, and if they're grouped closely enough together, he might even be able to get 2 in 1, which would be a good bonus to see. And are we going to see a mangonel be created? Being picked off by that tower though, not liking that. And there we go, we have mangonel. So if he can attack ground right about there, I reckon he should be able to take them out. It shouldn't be too big a deal. This mangonel up here though, killing off some villagers. Of course, we've still got Chris only on 32 population. I don't even believe he has a town center up at this stage. Doesn't look like it at all, so he's unable to produce villages at this stage, and he's just going on what he's got. At this point, he's just going to get this mangonel out, see what damage he can do. Losing those 2 mangonels, well, just 1 mangonel there to that one there. Too bad I couldn't, well, too bad I missed that actually. So here we go, another mangonel, going to be able to take out this one here, yes. And this one here might be able to take out these archers, taking out 2 there, and doing some damage there by the looks of it. These archers over here look like to be on the next hit list. These mangonels out here, they're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage, taking those 2 out there. So he is slowly chipping away, but may I remind you, the scores are Wrath on 5,000, Chris on 3,300, so not going too well right now, especially with these archers sitting up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a tower coming up over here, and these archers are just going to harass this section here. Like I've said, Wrath has a pretty good economy, because naturally he hasn't been harassed all game. He's got lots of gold, even used up his first gold source down over here. He's got gold on this section. He hasn't even completed a full wall off, because he knows he's got his opponent trapped. There's not a lot he can do. So Orcus here, will he be able to? No, losing that mangonel there, that's pretty much gone. Town center coming up here, got that enough resources to put that up. Going to be able to put these farms back in action, but the question is it too late? I think it might be. Just, Wrath has too much of a bonus right now. He has boomed his economy, I believe. Let's see, 2 town centers. 2, 3, yeah, definitely booming his economy there. And here come the Eagle Warriors by the looks of it, and that means, yep, Wrath going up to Imperial. I was just about to check. So what are we going to see? Do we have a castle up yet? There goes the castle, so we are going to see the Aztec upgrade, which is going to be the +4 extra attack. And we're starting to see those upgrades already done. So, at this point, Wrath's just going to run in here with a bunch of Eagle Warriors and absolutely destroy whatever is left over from his initial attack. 4+3, and he's got the 1 armor upgrade, which isn't bad, and at this point it's just pretty much stalemate. Neither player wants to lose anything at this point, because Wrath knows if he comes in here with 1 big push, it is over. So, Elite Eagle Warrior there, +2 armor upgrade. Now, going to be going for that +4 as well, which will be very helpful. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the +4 attack upgrade being done from this castle. Can't see it currently, let's swap over. Jump up to here. And yes, that attack upgrade is being done. We have that +4 armor. We are going to see that +1 forging as well. So at this point, it's looking like I said all game, it's been a good game for Chris for quite a long time right now. And he's just been holding out as best he can at this stage. RVK versus RVK, so you can expect to see a little bit of trolling. If these mangonels get off some good hits though, they should be able to kill a lot of these Eagle Warriors. But Eagle Warriors are just so fast, I'm going to assume he has tracking done already. And Squires as well, so he's going to have that line of sight bonus, so he's going to be able to see them, and then he's got the Squires mode, so he's going to be able to run up and kill them extremely quickly. Scores currently at this point, Wrath 8,000, Chris 3,700, not a great idea there. Slowly taking his base though, I'll give him that, walling in this town center though, so Chris in a lot of trouble, and just wall spamming and tower spamming at this point. And we're up to the +2 attack. We are going to see the last attack upgrade, the Blast Forge. I think it is a Blast Furnace. Can't remember, Blast Forge just does sound cooler. I think it is Blast Furnace. But we are going to see an attack here of Eagle Warriors, and it's just going to be a complete and utter domination, honestly. These are just going to run in and kill it. We have a Trebuchet setting up there, probably going for this town center. Nope, taking out... Do we have... What's he going for there? Is he going for that wall, or is he going for that mangonel? Mangonel, it is down. And here we go. +8 on those Eagle Warriors for attack, +4 on them for defense. And here we go. Eagle Warriors just streaming in, going to be able to do so much damage right now, especially if he can get some attacks off. Coming in here, Lumber is down. We have 2 waves of Eagle Warriors in here, going to be able to take out all of these mangonels, losing everything at this point. Mangonel's just going to go down. These Eagle Warriors running right through, going to take out this mangonel here. This one going down next, and this is good game. There's no way he can recover from this. This town center is going with the next trebuchet shot that hits it, even if these Eagle Warriors decide to take it out. There we go. That is good game there. And it looks like we've got Wrath there taunting Chris, saying he has spies on the way. And whether or not he already got it, I might have missed it. But Spires is definitely done there. You don't taunt your opponent like that for no reason. All these towers are going down, down, down. This defense over here, putting up a market over here, going to want to get some stone and some extra wood up to get that extra town center up. Let's see if he has. He does not have enough stone and he does not have enough wood. He's going to have to buy all his resources there. And at this point, Chris 3,000 to Wrath on 11,000, so it's there we go. Good game. Chris resigning off there. No good game. Could have been a rage. Could have just been a troll. Who knows? So thanks for watching. It was a very interesting game. Well played by both players. However, Wrath got the pressure on very early with those early militia coming in here, taking out all of Chris's forces. So thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.